As General Motors goes, so goes the country. Well, if that old saying is still true, then America is in serious trouble. After 3/4 of a century at number one, GM now trails Toyota in sales. They bleed billions in losses, and some focus groups like their cars better when the logos are removed. But right now, in a couple of big rooms outside of Detroit, they are desperately trying to pull off the automotive equivalent of the moonshot, and it's an idea that could either change the world or spell further doom for a once mighty American brand. It is called the Chevy Volt, and if it works, it will allow the average commuter to go months between fill-ups, making the Prius look like a gas guzzler. Right now, the most efficient hybrids only get a battery-powered boost at low speeds. Most of the time, they still burn gas. The Volt would be the first car to flip that equation, running solely on electricity, using a small gas engine not to move the wheels, but to recharge the battery. Plug it into any outlet overnight, and it will go 40 miles without a drop of fuel, more than 400 miles on a single fill-up. At least that was the promise when the Volt concept was unveiled.
This isn't about science projects. This is about creating cars and trucks propelled in an efficient manner that people really want to own.
20 months later, designers and engineers are frantically trying to live up to that promise and put tens of thousands of them in showrooms by late 2010. Many industry experts think there's no way that can happen.
Conventional car takes 3 to 4 years to fully develop, engineer, and bring to market, and that's using conventional technology. The Volt is on a similar type of time frame, but there's a lot more engineering and technical work to do. It's definitely a risk.
As a sign of their urgency and desperation, GM blew up the normal bureaucracy and secrecy that goes into designing a new car. They won't show us the entire Volt in progress. You're going to peel it all the way back, right?
Yep.
No. Just a peek under the skirt.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
But even a glimpse like this is unheard of in Detroit design studios. But it's the only way to prove their ambition is real. How would you characterize the pressure you and your men are under, your men and women?
The bigger pressure is lost every day in getting it right, in getting the design details right. If you sit back at night and think about it, this is a game changer, and that's kind of terrifying at times.
The finished product will look a lot more like a typical four-door than the car show concept, but they are striving for futuristic touches. Am I allowed to say if you're a fan of Apple, you're going to like the interior of this car?
Sure. We'll allow that, right? We'll allow that.
But the iPod-esque interior, the sleek aerodynamics, none of it will matter if they can't come up with a decent battery. They have come a long way in the lithium-ion age. Your shrinking cell phone is proof. But we've yet to see a battery light and durable enough, powerful and affordable enough to power a car 40 miles, much less 100,000 miles over the life of a vehicle.
Can it live under hot temperatures down in Phoenix? Can it live in cold temperatures up in northern Canada? Can it operate where I charge it halfway?
With fingers crossed, Denise Gray and her engineers are constantly testing varieties from different battery suppliers, and when asked if she'll make the deadline, she's far from emphatic.
The target date is the end of 2010, definitely, but again, the proof points will be coming to us as time goes on to really confirm if that really is going to come to fruition.
That's feasible.
Some of this team worked on the EV1, GM's first electric car and one of the company's most painful marketing failures. But out of those ashes came valuable knowledge. This is what powered the EV1, 1,200 pounds of lead acid. 10 years later, the Volt's battery is a third of the size. If this trajectory continues, 20 years we could have a car battery that looks like a car battery.
Absolutely.
How will you mark the event of seeing this driving down the road?
Those of us that do might have a drink or two.
If it works, man, this is your...
It's going to work. Don't worry about that. No alternative.
That kind of confidence has been lacking at this company for the last decade or so, but it really is, you sense that they're part of something really big. This could completely change the game. A lot of other car companies are now following suit. Some are more timid, but initially it'll probably be more expensive than they'd like, maybe north of $35,000 or so.
For a four-door sedan.
Because of the battery, because, that is never been seen. What it is they're promising has never been proven that it'll work.
But what a great idea if it works.
Nice. It'd be nice.
In a flash, be the first to know what's coming up on Good Morning America tomorrow with the GMA Daily Flash email. All the great insider details you want to know from GMA. Go to abcnews.com, click the GMA page, and sign up for the Daily Flash. And you can even enter to win the weekly GMA Flash gift bag giveaway. Sign up now.